Next week we'll be talking about fuckniggas.com.
My nigga, you're breathing heavy into the mic.
What's good? It's your boy David with 20 Heist.
I'm giving you 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I'm giving you 20 minutes.
What's good? It's your boy David coming to you guys live with 20-minute heist. I'm with my boys.
It's Ondo, real estate agent, Seattle, Washington.
What's up? It's your boy Sean Michael.
What's good? This is Brennan with E&E Private Protection.
Yes, sir. And this is our first episode. So, you know, we're going to be speaking to you guys about some fun stuff, some real stuff, I don't know. We ain't talking to y'all about some soft nigga stuff, though. You feel me? So, what y'all on right now?
Hold on, but there is a lot of soft niggas out here, so, you know.
My nigga got a knife on the table to let everybody know he ain't soft.
Didn't mean for that to happen.
Let him know early.
So what's good on 4th of July?
It is 4th of July today, huh?
It is. We had a lot of discrepancy as far as people still celebrating 4th of July, and we as a black culture should be celebrating at June 19th. So, I mean, how's everybody feeling about that?
I mean, I've been really, obviously growing up, we always celebrate 4th of July. Not necessarily because it was Independence Day though.
Yeah,
it was more like let's barbecue and light off fireworks,
burn some shit down.
But I can't, over more recent, years, been hearing other people's perspectives on what it's really about, and in terms of, with the black community, I don't know, man. It kind of
makes you.
I don't know if I can say I want to celebrate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, me, it kind of make me. There's a lot of things that that kind of got brought to my attention, and just made me like really second guess about these certain holidays that we've been celebrating for years, ever since we was little, and then to actually understand things a lot more about what's going on with our community and even ourselves as black men. And not knowing the real deep heritage that came with these celebrations. Well, the 4th of July, I'm not celebrating because there was a deeper meaning for it. So,
Yeah.
My whole thing is, man, if people, I want people to have that same energy every year, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not
I
just
almost
the
feel
heat
like,
of the moment.
obviously right now, with everything that's going on,
Right.
I think it's easy for people to say that, you know what I mean? Because everybody's talking about it. I feel like everybody's a little bit more enlightened, right? Which is a good thing, because that means people are talking and having a conversation.
I mean,
but, you gotta have that same energy all the time. You know?
But sometimes for me, what I feel like, people don't have that energy all the time because they're not knowledgeable until it's present or relevant, should I say, right? So, for instance, all right, did you guys know Beethoven was black?
Nah, I did not know that.
He must have been light skinned.
I think I saw you post something on Facebook. I was like, what is this guy talking about?
But he was actually black, but
Can you explain that? Yeah, explain that.
right. So basically, what they did was they made him cover himself in makeup when he was out in public or when he had performances.
Oh damn.
Right.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Where'd you read this? Like, where'd you find this out?
I first I saw it on Twitter. I was like, nah, this can't be real.
Did you actually like this?
So then I Googled it and I read multiple articles, and it's like, but again, you wouldn't have that knowledge until it's relevant, until it's presented right in front of you.
Well, I mean,
then you could do your due diligence and then look into it.
Shit like
So
that.
what I'm saying, for those people out there celebrating July the 4th or whatever, you can't really hold them saying, hey yo, what does it mean for the black community if they're not really knowledgeable about it or present
That's
it
kind of
to
how it
well,
is.
right. I think. I mean, with that Beethoven, I don't give a fuck about that. I want to know more because I really don't. You know what I mean? Because I don't even know what era he's from. You know what I mean? Like what?
1800s.
But I also think you're right, and I think people, the way we grow up and what we're taught in schools or whatever we see on the media,
Yeah.
or whatever. That's really what people know.
And they
right?
miss a lot from school, though. Like, I never even learned about Tulsa until I watched Watchmen.
Yeah.
I never in the first episode they
Yeah.
tell you about the Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so that's what I found out too. It's like when going all the way from elementary all the way to high school, you're only taught to what's in the school books or what they're able to teach you. But once you get to college, now you actually are opening up to a lot more things and a lot more information than you was. So then you come to find out all this other shit that I learned was bullshit. Because you started doing a lot more. It's teaching you to research. It's teaching you to not be biased about certain information that you have to gather a lot of information and compare them to. So, I mean, when being in college, being in college now, I'm starting to understand and starting to see that, man, during high school and all of that was nothing but bullshit.
Yeah.
They just teaching us what they wanted to teach us.
How does that make you feel? Because I was having a conversation with somebody about this, and I was like, you think about that, like in high school, elementary, they don't teach that.
Yeah, we don't know about black holidays.
Really about white
Yeah.
history.
Yeah.
And they showed it in a more positive light, right?
Yeah.
But
They
with
basically try
black
to hide it
history,
from us,
right? And
if
it kind of
think
makes
about
you
it.
upset. And when you think about it, like you always see college students, black college students out there protesting, trying to be, trying to educate people, trying to be in the fort because they now found out, bro, and they're not happy. They're angry. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, how you feel, Antonio? Because I mean, he's the only one that's like mixed with, like, he's half white, half black. How you feel?
Yeah. I mean, I know just as a black man too, because you still consider as a black man, but
Yeah.
you are a different.
Yeah.
You are.
You
in a
know,
different
I take
category,
nothing
though.
away from it, but I want to hear your perspective.
For me,
because I mean, you could have possibly lived from both sides.
I done lived on both sides of the fence, so for me, it's like you're not black enough for the black community, you're not white enough for the white community, so you got to kind of like fit in where you can. So that's pretty much all I've done is just try to fit in where I can.
Got you.
And for what Brendan said about June 19th, like we aren't taught about black holidays. We aren't taught about our own heritage. Like, I know all about white heritage and white lineage, but I don't know too much about black heritage and black lineage, So it's just
In your household, because your mom is black, did she teach you a lot?
She did, but she was also taught and grew up in the same school system and government that we grew up in, so
Right.
she doesn't know too much more than we know. And there's
got
new
you.
stuff that are coming. There's new stuff and new information that is coming out in the
Developing.
divulge and develop every day. So we know more than our parents know, essentially.
I mean the education is available. It's out there for people, but I also think that in a sense we get distracted
With everything
by
else that's going on.
other
Yeah.
things. You know what I mean? And
By what
by
the media
and by
puts in
shit
front
that
of us.
doesn't really fucking matter. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm glad, bro. Like the way things are going on right now because tensions are high, bro.
Yeah.
Within different
Yeah.
races, but I also think it's good for a lot of people because they're waking up. People are having conversations. People are becoming more educated. And
I got something for you guys. What do you guys think? You know how each president served like 4 terms, right? One term, 4 years and everything like that. But Obama was able to serve 2 terms.
But he's not the first.
No. What I'm saying, what I'm getting at is that everybody expected Obama to do something magically to turn this whole world around, right? What had happened to Obama was already placed that, he already had things already planned out for the next 8 years.
Well, I
And
feel
then,
like it's what.
Trump, hold on. And then Trump exposes, even though everybody hate Trump, but Trump exposes everything, bringing all the racism out.
Well,
What do you
Including
mean?
his own. Including his
I
I
own.
can
That's
speak
what I'm
on
saying,
the
just
first
be able-
part. I
yeah.
can speak on the first part, but I don't understand the second part. And what I mean by the first part is kind of like even what J. Cole said in his song. He said, "I give the ship to you while it's sinking," and that's what they did to Obama. Like, okay, Obama was the next president, but who was before him? Bush. Where was this economy? Where was his world?
At
You know what I'm
war.
saying?
Yeah.
Right.
In
So
shambles.
you give the black man the ship while it's sinking. So he fixed a lot of things, but again, it was circumstances as to what he could really do.
Obama
at that
kept
moment.
America afloat.
Yeah,
But I
well,
don't understand your second point.
Well, my thing is like what I was talking with somebody. He was saying that Obama was able to build something that's going to last for 8 years, but we still had issues within the United States that wasn't resolved. And with Trump coming, coming in and being a president that he is. What if it was his job to expose all the shit that's going on that we've been blind to before?
What the fuck have we been blind
exposing?
to? He's full of shit, bro.
No,
he's exposing.
Exposing all the racism that's going on.
He's not exposing it. We're exposing him for being racist.
No, I think he is. I think honestly,
You would
you're
never
right.
know.
Like,
4 years later, you would never know you had a racist neighbor.
a lot of people.
I would just
feel,
That's
say-
not because of him though.
but a lot of
these are-
people
they're-
feel more confident coming out.
Yeah, they're being more confident.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
Because
should've
Trump's in
worded that
office,
right.
they
Yeah.
feel more empowered as
Yeah,
racist.
I get it. So you're saying his supporters,
Yeah.
it's feeling more comfortable. Like, yeah, he's with us. Yeah, he's with us.
Yeah, so maybe I should have worded that right better. But that's what that's
He's
what
just
I'm trying to
making
say.
the idea.
So just like
Idealism.
Obama gave us hope, right? Trump is giving these fucking racist
Assholes,
white
you can
people
say
hope.
assholes.
pretty much, yeah.
Right?
But
Confidence
still
in doing
saying that black community, I'm helping you out. Have you guys heard that?
Yeah, I heard that a couple of times.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness. He said, "What have you got to lose? You have no jobs. You're in poverty. What have you got to lose? Vote for me." Like this is.
And not only that, and not
I'm
only
like,
that,
God
now
damn.
you got all these powerhouses such as Nike, Gatorade that support in the black community. They're just hopping.
As they should.
Yeah, are
Nigga,
they
that's
hopping,
'cause
hold on. Are they hopping
are
on a
half
trend?
their
Are
fucking
they hopping on a
Chinese.
trend, or are they really going to support us after this is over with?
I think some are really taking action and losing money, bro. Because you got to think a lot of them because Facebook, obviously Facebook anybody can post like almost
anybody,
anything, at this point. And a lot of these major companies dropped. They were like, we're not doing any more ads on Facebook. I think Verizon, Coca-Cola, I think Nike might have been one of them. A lot of big companies dropped.
yeah, big
So,
powerhouses ones.
like kind of their way of protesting, like, we're not going to stand up for this. We're not going to let you guys, put out this message to people and still, put our stuff on your platform.
Yeah.
I think that was a huge move.
Yeah.
I do think there's a lot of fucking just bullshit ass lip service. People saying, "Oh yeah, we support you," blah blah blah.
Because they just hopping on a trend.
Bullshit.
That's
Even
what I'm trying to
companies
say.
is doing that.
But-
Like companies is out there like.
I mean, you're gonna judge people
acting
by their
like they're
actions, bro.
outright.
They can say whatever they want.
That's the thing. I mean, money is for companies that big, like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, whatever, Nike, throwing money at a cause is different. It's easy for them because they already got money. It's about taking action. I want to see a CEO of a company actually go out there and protest. That would say a lot. You feel me? We got Beyonce out there, boom, boom, boom. You feel me?
I mean, you got Pete Carroll too. That was out there with the protests too
right.
as well.
And these people are of high level status.
I think that's a photo op, bro. I think there's other ways they need to protest, like doing things like this, like that. They're CEOs, bro. That you know what I mean. They got a lot of shit going on, but there's much better ways that they can protest.
So
bro.
how
Like
can-
when we
what
caught,
is the better ways
they're
With that being said, I haven't seen any all-white protests led in the name of anything black. It's just they're always latching on to black people like they've always done. And
I get
do you
you.
mean?
He's talking about small pocket communities.
Well, we need this support, bro. They're just giving us. We need that support. You know what I'm saying?
We
need as many people to support.
it's a PR.
us as
It's a
as
PR
minority.
stunt for them right now, though.
I think for a lot of people it is.
it
bro.
could be a
I'm
PR
not-
stunt.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, it's a PR stunt.
Yeah.
5 minutes of fame, man.
But
Yeah,
man,
could be.
I'm supporting
We
black
take as
people
much
now.
support. I think
give me a
honestly,
new role in
honestly,
a movie or give me a new job.
I've never seen this many white people support, and I think that's part of the reason why we're starting to see like big corporations and things like that.
You can go on Twitter and see this one white guy
because it's
punking
in
a
style to
black dude
support
for
black
taking
people.
Black Lives Matter
It's in
posters
style.
down.
But what I think
Corporations and businesses will always do what's
Right.
in style.
So what we need for corporations to do is bring in more
Minorities.
qualified minorities
Yeah.
to be in these
Qualified.
executive
That's it.
executive
Qualified.
positions, right? That'll help our community. Because if you got a board full of fucking old white men, you've only got the perspective of old white men.
men.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yep.
What about the other minorities? You know what I mean? Somebody who
agree.
can speak up for people like us, right?
Yeah.
And then what happens is that's a a domino effect, and then we start to see more black people
You start seeing
employed.
more change.
You're right, and then in better positions, right? And then
Yeah.
economically helps the community. That's what
Yeah.
needs to happen.
Maybe,
Yep.
maybe.
I mean, look. Here's the thing. I definitely agree with all that, man. And you know, like at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's almost the question of what is enough. And I think for the black community, we had enough. And white people, maybe some of them feel like, yo, y'all haven't had enough. But those other certain white people out there really, you know, fighting for us, you know, they had enough too of watching and standing and not saying anything. Because if you're not saying anything, you're also a part of the problem. So, but with that being said, we are going to kick this off next week.
Yes, if you have any suggestions, put them in the
Drop it.
comments
Drop
for
it
things
in
we
the
need to talk
comments.
about.
It's your boy Shawn Michael. This has been another 20-minute heist.
Another 20-minute heist.
20-minute heist. Hey, get at me at E&E Private Protection all over social media. Remember, drop those tags, drop those comments for a 20-minute heist.
All right, y'all. We out.
Peace.
Bro, you can't speak on a guest when we all haven't even discussed that. What do you mean?
What?
Well, you can edit it out.
On what?
I was just saying.
Speaking on what?
Special guest.
This nigga Brendan. Next week we'll be talking about fuckniggas.com.
My nigga, you're breathing heavy into the mic.
What's good? It's your boy David with 20 heists.
Yo, wait! You sound like Lawrence Fishburne from School Days. Wake up! Wake up!
Good morning,
All right,
Vietnam.
hey, chill. What's good? It's your boy David coming to you live from 20 Heists. Coming to you live with 20 minutes. Hey man, come on, chill. All right, coming to you live from 20 Heists. 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Come on, 20-minute
20-minute heist.
Damn.
20-minute heist.
With my boys.
We got 20 minutes to do
Hey,
this
shut
shit,
up, shut up. I can't think when y'all niggas talk.
What? Nigga, you can't.
What's good? It's your boy David coming to you with
20